Sentinels have played against no duelist comps before. They do pretty good at making like this a heavy choke point with Viper smoke and smokes over towards here. So it's not the worst move from Fnatic because I do think Sentinels are good against those non-duelist comps, but we'll see.
As well, Narrate, the man on the screen. He has been influential.
At the moment, it's 2-2 on the pistols, and we've decided to 2-0 each time.
Doesn't want to stick around too close and give up too much. This is an all-in, Mike. This is every player from SEN over this side.
Okay, I like the idea. So we plant over towards here, so it's not the usual stuff in terms of the Sage wall. I mean, there goes the Sage. That's like the parson on Fnatic who needs to stay alive for this. It's a giant pick for Sentinels.
2 players towards back yellow, 2 towards B long. How are they going to cross up to this one? Great, still got Dizzy to invest if the contact comes in. Bang, waiting to swing on yellow. Now joined again towards long on this for the other 3. Shock Dart not going to be all that much of an issue. Paranoia gets burned, and that is a lovely flash as well. Nice from Zen so far. It's only Alpha to be drawing blood. Oh my god, Alpha!
It's nice shots. This is very nice from Sentinels. More of a plant that's out there, so it's a little bit easier for them. Omen flash into Dizzy as well. Double flash.
Respect shown from Boaster, allowed conceding all that space.
It's rough.
Free plant to come through.
It's rough Fnatic.
In the retake. Actually a beautiful opening here from Alpha.
Chronicle going down there is
from down range.
Deadly.
And I'm going to keep my eyes on this throughout this game, at least on this half. If SEN keep getting to post plants, right, if they get that, there's so much util for Leon, you need Chron alive. You need that wall still in play, right? And he was one of the first.
He's the safety for that defuse, for sure.
Okay, what do Sentinels buy? 3 Bulldogs, and then they kind of allow 2 deaths on this.
Sentinels keeping this clean here. Want to keep those Bulldogs up. That's 3 of them there. The Stinger could be lost potentially, as could that Sheriff, but those Bulldogs are prized possessions.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to go here. It's a great start, though. I'm looking at Narrate. Just a plant means that he gets his ult.
We're looking for something cheeky. Rinse and repeat
like
here
this, different plant, more out in the open as well. Going to be harder for them to do the wall. When you do the straight line wall.
Supposed to slip pretty deep in this.
Great
now
shot.
He's found a shot on Narrate. It's not over. Smoke's still in hand. Viper util on top, going to slow this down. And Bang
big kill again before he got the wall out.
It clears it out. This is good. This is really good. SEN not feeling any of
shot.
that pressure, apart
Again.
from Alpha, who is firing here, by the way. Apparently that Ascent map gets him confident.
Absolute monster on Icebox.
But these are the 3 valuable weapons. They can't afford to lose these.
He's going to be given a chance here. John QT still curious, but
Done here.
I don't think he will yet. Won't catch sight of anybody on the retreat. Will fall to the spike, and Sentinels go 2-0.
Alpha, no, he's hitting great shots.
Things off for you on the decider.
Sentinels keep getting the biggest kill though, every single time taking down Chronicle.
Early on, important to show presence on this side of the map.
Something else that I'm noting is the fact that Narrate's got that ult so early on.
Yeah, very early on.
Boaster with the Odin, this is interesting. This is something that, for people that watch my stream a lot, I'm always saying that the Odin over towards B is like heavily underrated. Especially when you play over towards Snowman, it's pretty much the only gun that you can consistently stop the plant over towards here, right? It's the only gun that can actually spam through the back of sight. Right, spam through here, spam through here. As long as you know the angle's right, you can always stop the plant safely through the wall.
Himself just yet.
But I do like that Boaster brings us out.
Certainly unorthodox here, and you mentioned it. Here's the ultimate to hopefully pave the way for Sentinels, but very quickly handled.
Yeah, not bad at all, actually. So Fnatic get to kind of backpedal away, sit towards backside,
Yeah,
allow
here he goes.
rotations to come in. So a good
Over
stall
towards
out
back
here
to
between
Snowman.
Odin and Kayak's presence. Dealing with that ult, yes, it could be picked up. It's done well, and it has been. Back into hand now, it looks like. Kayak still waiting. Could potentially do some damage if they go for a
Let's see what it's like. What the spam's like.
In, and it is down, but Alpha
Well,
strikes again.
must have missed that one.
2 tucked on site though, and that's a surprise.
Maybe
Kayak
aim too
falls
high,
and
who
Zen
knows?
Still holding a lot of ground here. No trades at all. It's really only been Alpha drawing blood. Where's the rest of Fnatic in this? They got to do something to clear these two players off site. No flashes and bang, unwilling to be moved, and they don't know about John QT down here. Oh,
Damn, nicely done from John. Yeah, I like the idea from Bolster. I guess he was aiming here and the plant was over towards here. Might have been going too high. I don't know.
Did manage to find an upgrade there, but regardless,
Do bonus.
Massive advantage coming into round 4.
You're gonna get a lovely score on attack here.
So far. I mean, Kayak almost caught completely off guard by the idea of anybody tucking themselves into sight here. Snappy on those 2 kills. As I was saying, the only real positives here, Chronicle and Alpha, good progress towards their ultimates, but in this round, you only really pin things on a Bladestorm potentially, but it's just not there.
No, and again, you can see that the momentum fully swinging towards SEN's favor. But I like this walk coming out from Fnatic.
Okay, pressure over towards B in terms of question mark. They insta clear it, and it's a 3-person push. Is John ready?
Oh,
I mean, he was, but
okay, catching John QT.
That's
This does split
crazy.
them up a bit, makes it a little bit trickier. Go get him, buddy. But still, it is only pistols. Sheriffs, yes. And they are heading towards that A site. Crashies. Potentially
yeah, Alpha distraction.
here. Alpha's position
Might
now
have done enough there.
known. Cross to be made.
Poor,
Nice shot on the first,
poor
but
Crashies
Crashies
on
gets
site.
cleared at the
Gekka
same
Flash
time,
is good on this.
This is looking
3-person
pretty
push behind.
comfortable.
Kayak gets the gun.
That back line, if they want the traditional
And
post plant, won't be able to be had.
Safe plant, though.
Next round, you're going to see some ults, though.
Awareness of the threat here. Rifle in the hands of Kayak, though. It's going to be mitigated by SEN's positioning. And really banged. Weapon model actually covering it, but Kayak
Nice shot.
gets a second shot at it and converts.
Okay, Paranoia with Zekin has to be big here, but no real ability to swing off it, and Zelsis has to go clutch. A 1v2 and Kayak on the case.
Yep.
Kron, he's already invested that wall, yeah.
Yeah, lack of play against the Sage, maybe. Been a while.
Fnatic with a Mastercard Thrifty, catching off Sentinels. Yeah, Zelsis still clearing up, but the round is Fnatic's.
Sentinel's early work here to try and draw an extra body across the map here, maybe open up a site a little easier. And get everything right on the way in, but just can't stick the landing here. And the wall deciding things for Fnatic. Talking about that early progress, Alpha and Chronicle
Bacon, what are you typing?
now bring theirs into round 5. And the other thing Fnatic bring is an operator.
Jack, can we ban Bacon?
1 and 4.
What are you saying right now?
Something
At the ban Paul.
I don't know anybody's actually going to be expecting this. The awareness there.
I do like this.
I mean, the smoke definitely shows awareness.
Feels
You're
like
half
it,
right there. They chose Icebox over Lotus. The second ban Lotus, yeah, but look what you typed. You said they chose to play Sunset.
To a bit of a 50-50 here. He knows he's in danger, and yeah, right timing to back away, doesn't get punished. Making Sentinels burn a little bit more of that utility to scale up. Has to force himself on a deeper line now.
Zelsa's still trying to backstab something on A site as well, but keep our eyes on the action.
Yeah, I like this. I like this from Fnatic. Deeper wall to try fight this. That's good. Especially as like to get through this wall, they kind of need to flash combo over towards here. Also think getting hit by the knife is like pretty good idea from Fnatic. Alpha can just ult to retake this. Chad, the time's gonna get so low that Alpha's gonna, it's gonna be hard for him to not early Killjoy ult.
He knows there's no one here. He can keep his players close towards his
He must be looking at the time like, man, I can Killjoy this. I can win the round right here. He goes for it. Can they stop the plant?
They've got to make a move on it, and Kayak watching, perfectly poised above for 10 seconds. There's not much to be done. Lockdown does go down, and the plant is
nice KO nade.
SEN just about
KO nade to break the ult, managed to stick over towards site, 5-person back of site.
Back in, make it 5, great flash. John on the swing. Kayak still firing though, down to 3 for Sentinels. Oh, but John QT unwilling to move from the site, resilient till the end.
Rez and wall as well.
Oh, John doing it perfectly from the site itself. Now Zekin and Narrate gonna try and hold on to this.
This is chaos.
Alive goes down. Falls,
No, the wall works against him. He's got to go up. He's got to go up for the wall.
Time is ticking. Narrate just has to play to the tune of the clock. I think it's too
Oh,
far
not
gone,
on this
surely.
one.
Again,
Devastating.
similar
And they use the
scene,
res into this as well.
Sentinels in the final seconds.
They got res,
holding on.
Killjoy. Oh, they win one, they
Ice
lose the
cold
next.
again from
1-9
the
loss
rate.
bonus kicking in.
To run down the clock
Dude,
here.
it's a great start for Sentinels.
Fnatic beginning to sweat a little bit. Big investment for the lockdown. The res comes through as well. Some tools they'd worked towards early on, but John QT just running rings around Fnatic here. In the wall going up, but providing no safety whatsoever.
Let's go, Marshall!
Will force an early timeout here from Fnatic once more. Forced to reconsider their
Fnatic
approach
not using
potentially.
Gecko?
Now back down on just
So
pistols.
I think,
This time
and
around,
again, I
Blades
have
storm
no
in hand,
idea.
though.
This is
Something
purely
to
just a
offset that
guess.
slightly.
That they
Perhaps
maybe
the
looked at some of
Fury
the
as well, but
Sentinels demos and they realized that they
Sentinels
had
off to a
stopped.
flying start here.
I want to say the best
Their
example was
attacking
against
side of
G2.
Icebox.
They stopped like
And
the
we
no
haven't seen
duelist
John
comp
QT
pretty
have
well.
this level of impact in the
And
previous
maybe they
map.
thought that
No,
a
they're
duelist
not.
would help.
He's been doing his job. He
Again, the
leads.
fact
That would be my
stars
guess
It
from what
is.
I've seen.
It certainly is. But to
Or
see
they
him
feel
get
like
that
their comp doesn't
fire
work
going
well
now
with
is
Sova, but
huge
I
for
don't
them.
believe that's the
That could be
issue.
a big difference maker here. Again, got to see someone pick that up, and he absolutely has. And overall, the read's been right.
Also worth
from
noting that
Sentinels. This
Gecko's the
has caused
lowest
this
win rate
timeout
agent
from
at the
Fnatic.
tournament.
They need bigger planned solutions. That
There can't be
pressure
much
early
data
B
on
has
that,
been
dude.
hard
It's
to
not
get
because of
reads
that,
behind.
though, is
I
it?
liked what Boaster
But I
did
get what
there,
you're
check
saying.
behind it. Then almost second guessing of maybe Narrate's utility coming back in.
Sample
It's
size,
been
yeah,
a
sample
rough
size
game.
is like what?
Anticipating that's
7
the mark
maps?
coming
That's
through.
quite a
You can
lot.
see
All
still
Icebox though,
questioning
right?
that, so crucial work from Boaster, but unfortunately coming apart at the seams in the final few seconds of that round.
Okay, force him down to an
Here of the
eco.
orb.
And
Blades
it
got
really
Pogba
is an eco. Like, we
negated
got
early
knives
on in the round.
and we have light armor. That is it.
There's 3 players pinged on the knife too, so big info, even in a round like this. You can see the instantaneous rotate from Kayak, maybe trying to offset the expectations after being identified early on the knife. But Sentinels still going to be taking their pathing towards this A side of the map. Alpha taking a glance down middle, seeing no one on the cross, and it is going to be this A side here.
Yeah.
Sentinels
And
now.
I think that's so
Scale
fine
up
to
well.
pop this ult. KO ult against the knives.
Does have the
Like
sheriff,
the
but
only
Chronicle's already been cleared.
the only win
Easy
condition
work for them on
for
the site.
Fnatic
Block
into
next
this
on
round.
the
So
cards. This is
to nullify it, make sure you get
concise
over
work.
towards the site. You can also save your knife for when you find him.
There's Kayak now coming round. Contact swing, it's
Ooh,
nice. Good
hold up.
synergy between the 2 players
Gun
there.
heaven.
Bang next potentially in line. Does have the help from Zekin if required.
Oh, hold up.
No help needed apparently on that one for Kayak. That's all his. Where's that counterbalance of the pressure from CT?
Oh,
there
God.
it is. Crashies catching John QT. Now Zekin and Narrate split in this, trying to fight it forward. Narrate finds a
Last
corner to
player
play from a
standing.
No
Kayak.
way, Kayak.
Delivering death.
Kayak.
Beautiful from Fnatic
We
against
got
the odds
3
again.
of them. Wait, did they get 4
It's a blade
upgrades, right?
storm to carve out
Wait, is there 3 or
this
4 of
round.
them alive? 3 of them, right? 3 upgrades of guns. Chat, they had knives, a
Fnatic
sheriff, and a
find their
light armor
second.
on the knives. That's it.
Strip away any of that comfort. Sentinels
That
were
is
trying to establish.
whole round down to
That's
Kayak.
humbling the
Maybe
economy.
some of the other teammates causing a distraction.
Bait and switch perfect between Alpha and Kayak, and continues
Oh,
further,
that's-
finds
that's
3 on the
nice.
round.
Remaining.
Massive value in a thrifty.
What are you doing, bro?
A bit more energy on stage as well.
They need
Much
that too.
needed.
Dude, when he
The
gives it,
decider.
he sounds
Don't want to see him go
so
quiet now.
he sounds so
Again, Sen,
British. It's so
hometown
funny.
favorites pretty much at this point, right? Regional on
He
their
sounds the most
side,
British
but
he's
actually
ever
Crash's
sounded.
blind connection gets the rate. That's a huge scalp to claim. And
Ooh,
straight
good
through
dash.
He tries to
Nice
dash.
dash.
Boaster body blocking him out on towards Zekin as well. This is getting rough around the edges. Sen not having the same sort of success on the starts this time.
Make it very difficult to recover anything here. John QT down to 20 HP. A Stinger and 2 Sheriffs. Sentinels to pin their hopes to here in round 7. Don't want to do what Fnatic just did. The layering of util. Aren't coming through just yet, so
Kind of difficult now, isn't
yeah, I was
it?
going to say that information could be key to Sentinels, but still Kayak eyes
Okay, trying to cut sound, make it look like they're going back over towards it.
Just on guard
And wait
as
for
well,
the wall
front
to
line.
come up.
Like, not going to go deep enough to dissuade Kayak, but feels very indicative still of this pathing towards the B site, right?
30 seconds
Kron
left.
getting curious. Spots out one, there's more. And yeah, he's farmed them up now.
Yeah.
Fnatic keeping 5
Worked out pretty
standing.
nice on this.
A valuable timeout
One
for them,
armor
just
rebuy.
had a moment ago,
That is
getting
it.
them back on the same page.
God, their money's so good now. they get 3 gun upgrades in the round before, and then 5 of them survive.
Oh,
Again,
love
Lorraine just squishy as anything.
Oh, that was lovely.
Seconds left.
Away, and again, it's a risk-free approach to an anti-eco, effectively. Sure, you could argue it's a big ultimate to draw out, but for round conversions here for FNC here, with 3 players stacked up onto this barrier. Not necessarily seen any presence shown just yet, and Zekken.
Icebox versus Breeze. Nah, Breeze was good. We might have even had one of the better. We might even had one of the best
With the turret early
Breeze
on,
win rates, to be honest.
just forcing.
Not that we
the
did anything
adjustment.
good, we just out-aimed everyone.
Can't sit back on that util. We'll draw the eyes.
We were the
of
goat
both-
to Breeze. Yeah, we
both
were
Zekken
actually the goat to Breeze, to be fair.
Alpha. Kayak tucked in.
But again, I would
The
say
operator
90% was
Maybe a nice
Scream,
line to
Yampi,
work
and
on. If
Nivera.
that Dizzy is coming in, he can at least kind of duck into a bit
Wait,
of
was
cover,
Nivera
not
even
give
in
away
the team for
position.
Breeze?
Using
Maybe
almost-
just Scream,
With
to
this
be honest.
setup anticipating the lockdown to be used.
Oh, it's a double. 3 HP.
3 HP.
That was almost 2. Ooh, big
Ooh,
catch
I like the
there
idea
as
though.
well,
It's
but
like
Ming on
a
save, no one's nearby.
it's like
Oh
a
my God,
Zarsha
someone hunts
a
this.
Zarsha ult,
Respect having
right?
given
Normally you
the
get info with the
lockdown
killjoy, but actually it's the info with the early
So a
op.
reset here,
It's
but
cool.
an answer to the good
The problem
Fnatic.
is they kind of use
Both strong,
the
though.
wrong
Zekken's
killjoy.
HP is a
Sorry, they use the
factor.
wrong
Only
Viper ult,
on 3
where he
at
doesn't
this
have
point.
a safety net on
Let's not
heaven.
lock sight here. They're not backing away.
We can see this space, obviously,
So
with the wall being a
he
factor.
does actually get
in
pushed off of the
retake.
angle.
Straight off of util, and actually no progress made. Both
How?
he finds
Oh, it's 3
Zekken.
HP.
That's part of the
Not
front
even
line
how,
gone.
that's
You're now
fair.
looking at John QT.
Great
You're
money.
looking at Narrate to pick up that next layer of slack here. Narrate going to fall back towards Maze. John
Ooh,
QT
it's a
not clear
fast
enough to
trade
get
on
it
that. I was worried when I saw
instantly
this
down
duel.
trade. Crash is taken away. Narrate.
Damn,
And
nice round
Zelf
for
is brought to the knees.
nice round from
Crashies
Crashies.
doing so
I'd be
well
honest, it
there.
looked a little
And
rough from
pulling
Fnatic,
off
but
the retake.
they get away with
want
it.
the crowd up on their feet too. Supposed to put it on a show, as are Fnatic now.
See his bang falling as well. Removes
Yeah,
the pit
I like the idea of the
from
setup
the
though.
table. As rough as well, because Zekken, I think this snake bite lands and he just has to eat it. Yeah. Down so low because that operator tag. Crashes. Beautiful cleanup from him.
He had to leave because of the killjoy. Yeah, but
tied up now.
he should leave himself a safety net in heaven though.
That feels good
It was
after a
better ult.
timeout too. That was meant to be tailor-made, right? That was the best plan coming in. Maybe called by Kaplan.
You can do a
maybe
lineup that
more of a
covers all of
conversation from
this,
John QT, but it was
and you have
that
this
conversation,
safety
and
net
here's the
here.
switch up.
As soon as Sentinels show presence on mid now, Fnatic actively
You can literally
looking
just tuck in
to
here the whole time.
counterbalance that.
Here.
Show their faces
Um,
and plant
Sage
their flag.
res,
And actually post
and
back on a very
who would have
deep
thought?
angle
For people that watch the
behind this A
G2
site.
game, you're going to see some
Set up here for
similarities.
Sentinels.
You die here, you fall off the back, you get a free res.
Sen still have, okay, they still got the Viper's Pit on Bang, they still got Zekken as well on that TP, but Crashy, big info here. And at the same time, Alpha strikes, brilliant combination, but an answer back. There it is, John QT starting to fire up too.
Yeah, and
Front
he's
line
committed
hero,
over towards
John
site with the res
QT.
here as well.
Kayak.
Damn, John
You're not gonna do this,
wrecked
are
that
you?
round.
1v3?
Oh
A
my.
1v3 Kayak, really?
He really went
you
for a
can't
bold
say he
one.
didn't try, but Zelsis calm under pressure, and Zen taking a step back in this now.
Oh, it's ace
Absolutely
spams.
dismantling this A site hold. And Crashy's caught completely off guard by John QT scaling up so quickly underneath him. And that's, yeah, Alpha unable to tuck his tail and dip out of sight. A beautiful shot, follow up actually. John QT to find his third. Sen find a response here after 3 unanswered rounds. You still have the pit. So we've got a TP from Zekken as well. Now back on the res for Chronicle, so not many ultimates in play.
John's just got his
That,
though.
yeah, make that an extra one. Oh, command now. for John QT. Fnatic have found their space once more in mid. Kayak in the same position, but this time able to play in the cut effectively.
It looks like with this pathing though, they're very on top of this.
Who's quick to it too. So this
But how do they drop?
Alpha trying to break the turret gives
Oh, John.
Oh,
it's a great shot, man.
That was quick as hell.
That was a great
takes
shot.
away the hero of the previous. John QT down. That's also the ult removed. That's a big
Yeah,
piece
they got
of the puzzle.
the alarm bot, they got
can play on
wall,
site if
and
they
they got
want
the
to.
molly
Looks like they
to
fancy
force
a
them
bit of
back
that.
here as well.
Alpha's still there. Up towards Rafters. Not this time. Bang.
Oh.
Fast himself.
They got res, but this time
Now
can
trying
they
to
hold
scale
on
up
to it?
cleanly.
Bold play from
But
Alpha, he can kind of cover the res is fine here as well. No plant on this one.
Gotta put bodies behind
You
this
gotta
here.
res this. You gotta res triple swing.
Now actually, Fnatic can try and reinforce the hold here.
Hello?
Alpha under a ton of
Hello?
pressure, but he's not cleared.
They
Hey,
just
what's
said
going
the
on?
Paranoia and didn't clear it. That's not good enough, but still a 2v2. Spike in hand, and TP is out of there. Zekken wants safety. A secure plant is what he'll get.
Big gap though between him and his teammate. Zelsis now picking up the pace a little bit. Crashies and Boaster paranoid of a lurk. Sentinel's able to regroup here.
Crashies has key utility. So much to play in here. Still paranoid about maybe closer players. Zekken waiting, swings it, spotted, TP's out, gets away. Boaster trying to creep forward, couldn't snap in time, and now down to Crashies in a 1v2. It's looking like SEN!
That was
back
rough
in
as well.
charge!
That was rough.
Totally in sync there from Zelsis
I
and
would
Zekken.
call a timeout. I'm
Safe
seeing
plant
a
comes
couple
through
of
on the back of the
people,
TP.
in my
Zekken able to
opinion,
get the
melt
hell out of
a little
dodge.
bit.
Beautiful adjustment here from Kayak, but gets Alpha maybe one more from this position. Makes it a little easier, but it's Chronicle falling there, standing to face Zekken. That opens this up. And Sentinels follow through, 6 on the board for
Oh,
them.
no timeout.
Placing swarm grenade.
Molly looks like it's good to hit
Rifles
the
except for the
turret.
brainstorm here on
Does
the
he take
side
it away in time?
Fnatic.
I think he took it away in time, to be honest with you.
No
Look
command
pretty
and a
fast.
hit here for Sentinels.
We'll keep an eye on it.
There's only Boaster
Yeah.
on guard here
Same
on
wingman
B-main.
lineup.
We're trying to speed up, it looks like.
Recon
Fnatic clearing
clears
out
over
so
towards
they can
A
clear
as
the
well. So
rotations, but
lose over towards B,
he
Recon
is
goes
in a
over towards
really
A.
precarious
Alpha
spot
for
right
sure. Took his turret back.
With the ultimate here
Yeah, and he
from
gets hit by the
Narek to pave
Killjoy.
way.
Sorry, the Teo.
Spam coming
KO
through from
ult,
Boaster, but not
so
finding
they can't use it.
anything. Actually,
Definitely got to
yeah,
keep an
bang,
eye on
He took a lot
That's
down.
Kayak
HP.
here. If he goes slow, he can
Alpha's
hear
still
the
really
alarm
close
bot
by
and he can
here.
smoke it.
Considers the swing and oh, it's huge. Denies the plant and gets a body dropped. Flank now on the way. Sen need to really secure this.
Okay.
Push Turtle up for a second.
Just went a little bit too
Pause,
fast.
Trying to catch a player. Kayak
Still no
careful.
plan. Yeah, he needs to make sure he stays
Doesn't
alive
want to
here.
overdo this, but Sen now scrambling forward. Spike back in hand. A punish! What is that? Quan and Boaster both in unison. Just
nice.
catching the push-up.
Spike
Punishing
down,
Sen,
B.
wanting that safety. Leaving
30
Zelsis in a
seconds left.
1v4. Not a
This is good as well
hope in
from Kayak. He
hell.
didn't
Fnatic.
overheat on this one. Just getting the
Nearly
info was
getting back
enough.
on
Honestly,
level
maybe even that
footing.
was like a bit too much. He just locked him in though. Otherwise, they get that kill, they go
Boaster
back
happy
over
to
towards the
stand
site.
his
They
ground
honestly
here
probably lose the
initially.
round.
Again, a ton of information actually that it's not an early flood into B main. Again, it's the timing of some of these gunfights that Fnatic choose to take. Just catch Sentinels completely off guard. I mean, some of these kills coming through. A little PS,
Yeah.
unfortunate for Sentinels, but so that chip damage really paying off.
Big ult still here for Fnatic too. Rez online for
Kayak
Quan.
gets
Alpha's
that-
got his and
Now
Crashies.
Gets that all up.
That's three
Sorry,
heavy
gets the
hitters
op
on the
out.
other
And
side.
I like
You
this from
have
Crash. It
Bang,
does a
Zekken,
recon,
he
see
gets
if
the
anyone
chance on that
swings
last
and pops
round,
their
pretty
head
good.
out towards
Not been
here.
taken so low.
And just shows them they can get a free
Seen a
ult.
rate
Fast
used here.
rotates, got over towards middle.
John QT, so
And
scaling
where are
up
we
as
going?
expected.
Drone
This is
to clear
something
middle
we're used
or
to
all?
now from Sen. Oh, Boaster, careful. Always caught that
Okay, it's a
timing,
nice
but from
angle.
afar, that is gorgeous from Crashies. Good connection, couldn't
Oof.
quite find another, but big info and big damage.
2 tags here. Narrate down to 45. John QT down 70.
drone goes all the way out,
Stinging
clears
now
tube,
implies-
clears middle.
So going to try and get up close and personal.
Definitely
with
keep
this
an eye on the
pit.
time. So they cut sound over towards here. They're making it look like they could go back over towards
It's a cut
A.
sound here
At the
from
same time, they may
Sentinels,
pop the smoke
Fnatic
at one
not
point, put
moving.
it down, then they're going to
No
wait for the
threat elsewhere
fuel
with Kayak
of
posted up
the
with the
wall here.
operator.
Alpha
He's got that nice
Definitely
deep
could be
line on the
tempted
other
to use
side.
his ult.
Feels
Obviously, they can
strong
use
enough
it to
sit for
retake,
one.
but as this time gets lower and lower,
Here's that
yeah.
lockdown. Put them under a little bit more pressure to play out towards yellow. Get a bit closer here. Force their hand.
It's a great flash,
And
but
both
Boast
are
was just a
prepared
little
for
bit
it. Trying to make a
too
bit of a
far
play on
ahead.
the back, but no.
Nothing to stop the
Cross
plant.
down nice
Hey, not
from
bad.
Narrate. Viper Spit laid in, but Alpha fast.
God, he's here
Closed
fast.
the gap quick. Oh, what is that from Narrate? The hero set needed. John QT, just a shot in the back of Crashies. We noted how far away Kayak was. But
Okay.
what is that? What in God's name is that? But it may be for nothing. Kayak would have to be a hero, and it's not going to happen
close.
today. Zelsis keeps SEN in the lead.
Narrate's doing. Narrate's
won
won so many rounds.
Between the two.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have won this, but it made it very easy. What is that? That's probably more mad than the op kill. Okay, I mean it's gonna be interesting. At least Fnatic will be like confident about it. Lower bracket, man, the lower bracket's so stacked it is. Again, I don't think the groups in this event was that good, but I think playoffs has really delivered.
Five to 7, Fnatic putting up a fight, but SEN staying in control. Now on the side switch here.
Fnatic had 10 first bloods that half. Wait, is that true?
Is there enough left in the tank?
I mean, it's tall order. You always talk about Fnatic, never ever out, regardless of scoreline. I think here on Icebox as well, the same discussion.
Joey, thanks so much with the Prime. Appreciate the 7 months.
Just edging out an advantage.
I probably say your name wrong, bro, but I appreciate you, dude.
In the first half, certainly a concern. John QT standing tall and proud. Top of the board here for Sentinels.
10, my goodness.
Maybe asking for a little more from players like Zekken and Bang, who numerically usually deliver. So flexing onto the Omen for Zekken. I wouldn't say opportunities limited, but certainly seen other duelists really shine in that role, and
Nervous?
that is a comfort factor or not.
For who?
For the Coinbase Econ report, of
Pretty
course, you can see there
equal,
that
huh?
Crashies leading by quite the margin, it looks like. So, bang for the buck.
Certainly is. See what the approach is here from Fnatic in the second half. Whether or not Kayak be able to continue to keep Fnatic
I mean,
in
Kayak
this.
might have to do a lot. Not the most to set him up.
Safety in this
So this is real old school for Fnatic though. I wonder like if they're gonna go really old school. Like really old school for them would be Alpha kind of entering a little bit over towards here.
Here we go.
Like on
Right
attack,
into
putting
it,
his
the
alarm
second
bot
half. We're in
through
the
this.
final
That's what they used to do a lot.
between the two. Now
Sometimes they just take timing over towards middle when they're feeling it.
Pick it up on attack.
Like he used to have one of the craziest killjoys on attack in my opinion on this map.
To get used to that tempo, we know that Fnatic play at their own pace.
There's also a lot of just set Fnatic strats, right? So see the alarm bot that I highlighted earlier, they would then put a wall here and then they would plant on site. And then they would wrap round, push through the wall at the same time and clear back a site. And then that's if you couldn't do the normal G2 plant. Like they pretty much came up with the wrap over towards site and then how comfy you felt with it.
This could be an issue.
Certainly could.
Again, it's old school stuff. Yeah, it looks like they might go for it. Wall left side.
Play towards a retake here.
Yeah, wall left side. Over towards site.
Deep investment of the wall, actually. Now Swarm's popped. We'll be able to get the plant
Okay,
here
get a good plant though. Hugs 5-1 with the prime. Thank you with the 4 mums. Thank you, thank you. Right, it works for the entry. You pinch over towards the back of site. It's very good for clearing behind Jenny. And then at the same time, when they're going over towards here, they kind of have to be in this area to break the wall, right? So then they're out in the open, you can just swing on them.
There's no flank coming through either, so this is all in from SEN.
Christ, look at that paranoia. If they were a little bit closer, it could have been lethal. But Fnatic still hold the numbers, and the smoke is wondrous to work in. Narrate can't quite find him, leaving just Zelsis outgunned here and out.
Very nice.
Fnatic getting the first.
Yeah, pretty much worked exactly as they planned. Everyone gets funneled towards the back of site.
Things up here to kick off the second half. Again, well, that's going to be the approach, or just the pistol round here. The Sentinels. You can check that if you're an out Fnatic to get this clean plant, reset back into deep post-plant positions. Really bang the concussed
Pistol count ends 3-3. It's the first map where it was 1-1.
Fnatic to lean back on.
Knife over towards B, hits 1. Alpha is the human drone on this one, trying to feel out the map, trying to see how many numbers there are.
But utility down from Alpha, going to keep that in check.
Yeah, they know they went aggro, they saw the AWP get picked up, or at least heard it.
Util starts getting cleared, so he's feeling that there's someone nearby, but they're already rotating. But by now, look how close Fnatic are. And there's big guns out on display. Quan's got one, Kayak's got one, and so does Crashies. So they're the 3 that can't really afford to fall. And it's simplistic in approach, Mike. They're not making too much of it. Alpha going to catch Zelsis trying to hit that rotate round on the flank. And we're into 3 players remaining. For SEN, this wasn't a round you were expecting to win.
Certainly not. Well, they can do any damage,
I mean, the Sentinels don't really want to give them too much yet. They should just chill the whole time.
Outside heaven, don't expect them to be.
I've seen this before. I think you'll see this a lot.
Into ultimates that make Fnatic's life even easier. Alpha's on the hunt though. Hello.
Oh.
Surely they can't do this every attack round? You'd be surprised. Okay, do you know what would normally happen? In 2021, right now, what would happen is Alpha would send it. He would send it through the smoke within the first 10 seconds of the round. That's what would happen. This next round, bonus round, he is through that smoke within the first 10 seconds.
7-7.
Big buy round here.
Yeah, and I want to talk about pressure between these two, because normally it is a bigger conversation, right? And yes, it is still a chat maybe with Kayak in that sort of list. Maybe at best. But these are experienced legacy teams, right? I know from the original iterations.
He's over towards middle, but his turret suggests he doesn't want to do it.
These are the big boys, right? When you're talking about these 2 teams, none of them are slouches by any means. They should be able to keep their heads calm, keep themselves cool under this pressure.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking at the minimap, and my god, it would have absolutely hit.
Between both of them.
Okay, alarm bot goes in, yeah, that's fine. He would have got hit by this.
Zekken posted up, clean on the first.
Very
dip
nice.
away, but and a 45
what do we
HP
got?
does have the regen. No res here from Chronicle. So we'll have to continue plow on as 4. Zekken setting up for the paranoia. Yes, slow work once more from Fnatic.
They've been testing Sentinels' patience the entire game, it feels like. Zelsis rewarded as well. Locked in towards punishing middle. Yeah, Alpha's slipped ahead, but there's still utility here. Yeah, maybe if they got Zelsis down, it'd be a different scenario. It's not the case. So what's the game plan? So scattered throughout
Bacon,
this
I got a
fight.
question for you.
Alpha rewarded here. He's actually not dealt with the turret. He's
If I
maybe somebody to show.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy this one. Okay, if I'm a Killjoy and I go all the way here and I jump in the window and I place my turret below and land on the turret, I'm not making a sound. Can I place the turret from top window to bottom floor? It's really bold.
And Fnatic not getting any fair fights, it feels like, for them. They have to dig so deep.
Surely?
For these
I think
players.
you could, right?
Smart work. Alpha nice. But again,
10 seconds.
try and get any
I mean, the turret's going to make sounds.
Yeah,
I would only try it on an eco, but
really making a mess of that.
How would I know that off the top of my dome? Bro, you're meant to be the guy.
Not to be. Nice spacing from Sen. And the awareness here, Mike. I mean, it's not
Putting the turret down makes a sound. Oh, for sure.
But Sen know exactly how
Trust
Fnatic
me,
are trying to play
I know.
this.
But I do think in the moment, teams maybe wouldn't consider it.
Force them into
Yeah, you must be able to place
decisive
it. You can do it from heaven
not
on
biting on the
B.
bait.
On A, sorry.
This mid piece really rough. I mean, if you don't find an engagement, the other side of it,
boys, come on.
it's tough to then just charge towards B because Zekken has
Okay.
so much space.
Bonus round is out of the way. Let's get the
Nothing
big
to
buy
kind of
round
pick
in.
up the slack
Alpha
towards B
on
main.
attack Bison.
Operator
And
in the
up.
hands of Alpha, yeah.
Crashies throws it over to him. Chronicle has res, so
Yeah.
I guess he's
Yeah.
just fighting here, and they're going to go for the res. Nope, he's going floor.
Kayak can op. Alpha, let's see if he's got it on the Killjoy here. Again, res is there for Kron. Narrate up towards 410 though.
Okay.
Willing to hold belt. The rest of the map, they're getting curious. Down B long, wanting info. Zels is still patrolling towards mid, but they're close on this A site now.
Kayak relaying information there with the sound cue, but probably
Tested
unaware
it
of
and it
Bang's
worked.
position here.
Honestly, for a bonus,
Little
it's
jump
not the
over
worst
top
shout.
there, surely spotted by Narrate. They do drift away.
Dude, it's actually Alpha go kill.
Yeah, very sweaty Valor in here.
Oh yeah.
Just waiting for a peek
Yeah.
to punish, but able to
It's the
actually
Fnatic though.
deep enough to get a
Oh, you
ball
ain't
up.
breaking the wall?
Swing? No.
Oh,
couldn't
you
get a
guys
swing off
gotta be
that.
breaking this
Or
wall.
maybe with the Dizzy going up, they could have maybe caught someone, but still held towards backside. The plants
Oh,
have
they
come down,
broke
but
the
they're so
alarm
close
bot
here.
over
Bang
towards middles. The
considering
pressure's
the
middles. They
punish.
don't feel comfy
Kayak
breaking
got his
this.
bodies back.
Damn, how was there no kill at the back of sight here? Oops.
That's a
Sorry,
fumble,
Kayak.
though.
Actually, yeah, luckily, no pressure coming through there because Kayak ain't that vulnerable.
Ooh, this is getting really tense, Mike. You can see it, you can feel it. Drifting closer, Paranoia goes in, but an early swing from Bang goes down. Effective trading from Fnatic. Trying to take back on the site. Sen can't stick the landing. Second falls. John QT forced
Yeah,
to back
they don't know
away.
how to deal with the
Fnatic
wall.
playing the better
Uh-oh.
game of this. Scaling
They
up
don't know how
well
to
together,
deal with the
trading
wall.
in well
I
as they
think
felt that presence.
you might see some A
But this
spams.
style, Fnatic happy to play with.
Bear in mind, Sentinel said they were expecting this, right? This
Yes.
is how they knew Fnatic were going to approach today. Fnatic seeming to find some success with it.
It's in the
second
Lysol.
half.
Standing watching.
It's just so tense in some of these situations because you see Sentinel's almost just apprehensive of when to pull the trigger on some of this utility and get the ball rolling.
Enemy remaining.
Maybe some early round aggression to remove some of that comfort with so many bodies standing.
Just doing the staring. That's it now. He's evolved.
It looks so
But
funny,
it's,
man.
it's probably the reason for this timeout. Again,
Ah, absolutely is, yeah.
this tempo and pace, like, I mean, if you look at regionally, like Americas, there are teams that play to this sort, I don't want to say to this extent, but they do play a more methodical, slower game style, but they can then scale up. They do play like a bit of a more variety to it. You look at G2, who are kind of the, you know, very, I guess, meticulous in approach, a little bit more patient. And obviously Sen are well aware of how to play against it, but here against Fnatic, they're taking it to kind of extremes, right? Very
Oh, they
slow,
really are.
very steady.
This is way slower than actually traditionally we see Fnatic play even,
Yeah.
so you can see they're really dialing into that approach.
I mean, how many 5v5
He's
post
got heaven
runs
to
have we had
retake.
at this point,
They're
right?
just gonna
You know,
break this wall as soon as it
every step
happens.
is very hard fought for,
Yeah,
very
they're just going to create the
cautious.
pressure there.
Alpha was
They'll
up
probably
on
want to
towards
fight a lot
pipes
heavier
with
over
that
towards A,
operator
though.
deep
I imagine
before
it's
even
like the
contact
first thing that will happen.
That was, you know, it took so long to get there. So Sentinels maybe needed a check
I think they'll end up
on here.
playing
As it has
this
been
corner,
3 rounds
fighting a
to
lot heavier.
Fnatic's name against only the one response from Sen so far.
It's just not there for Sentinels either. It's going to be Narrate bringing the
If they
Sheriff
don't
to the
use this
party
pause
here.
as well, and they're missing a trick. Tucked in this
Really
corner
second
would just
with
get you a
Bang
kill.
Sing with anything notable in the bank behind this. Triple of the orb though. Getting the rate
Okay,
just one away.
force buy, and the raid takes the hit.
So maybe a little bit of aggression.
Flash
out of
goes
Alpha.
over, yeah, they wanted to
Right
fight. I
second.
think Fnatic were too on
Strips
top
away
of this,
that
man.
flag, doubles down.
I'm a little
Oh,
bit
it's
worried for
clean,
Sentinels.
stop
I think
it.
they
That's
can
what
just get
happens when you try and
A-spammed
get
every single
aggressive
round.
against this sort of pacing. Kayak now caught though, denied by the Dizzy. Narrate trying to puff out the chest a bit, try and control that space. He's done very well.
And this is the sort of round that Fnatic are almost baiting Sentinels into playing.
That's the dream. Oh my god, Alpha! took a step. He was like, maybe I can help out Narrate. Maybe not. And Alpha combat operating up the line. Narrate tries to take a second target inside Kayak. Looks a little
Still
easier.
swinging though.
Yeah. I mean, all they've done is changed up their style of plant over towards A, right? Is once Sentinels, once Fnatic think they've worked out how they're potentially going to approach this wall, which probably by spamming it, they decide to go for a G2 plant, right? You wall over towards here, you plant here, and you just play heavy after plant. You kind of prioritize these positions, 1, 2, 3. You can have the other two fight over towards site to delay. Then pretty much everyone's in a good pose to see this and use util for it.
Fnatic look locked into this, and they just tested out what it looks like if we go a bit aggressive.
Yeah, like I said, this is the sort of round that Fnatic almost begging Sentinels.
Oh, come on, yeah, have a
dangling a carrot.
Hey, you want to take some map control? You want to get an early
Stop
pick?
us from sitting outside this site.
Please, I dare you. And well, they tried, and you saw how well that went. So Sentinels need other options. They need to go deep into the playbook, get a good grip on what's going on here. But it's hard, it gets riskier and riskier as the game goes on. Fnatic now up on 9. As the slow and steady march back into this series
I think this one was too obvious. Alpha's literally an anti-flash.
So ready and so quick though from Kayak.
My ultimate is ready.
Now what?
It's frustrating as well because these sorts of rounds it becomes harder and harder.
Killjoy all res, and they've managed to squeeze out another buy.
The inventory and really the bigger picture cost of that. Now with Fnatic knocking on the door of double digits here. Need I remind you, the decider and the elimination on the line.
Can ignore the res. I mean, the res is easier to use on attack than it is defense.
Get up in their face again. And if
defense is like very situational. A lot of teams, will or should kind of fight more in here, but again, sometimes you just never get the actual opportunity to use it.
Down by Maze here, John QT on that corner. Narrate
on the filthiest angle in the map. Looking up towards Belt.
Here, smoke goes down. Another one coming in.
And the silence feels so oppressive, doesn't it? Because you've still got Alpha's ult here. If they want to invest it, they can. They can leave this late and punish this push-up potential.
Okay, over towards B, there was a shock that went back of yellow.
Something feels off.
And it's starting to look like a...
Maybe consider a rotation.
Okay, a 2-pass and fake with the jet.
But it's hard to have confidence even in
the problem is, at one point, John is just going to knife here.
Got to do something quick though. Down to 30 seconds and
30 seconds left.
And it hit 2.
Confirmation of 2 members.
Okay, and that's the insta-call to go over towards B with a 2-pass and hit. Problem is they ran very early. 19 seconds on this one.
They've
got to go through mid, wall off the right side.
Celsius, get ready! 10 seconds! And the spike is still down towards B line.
Oh, they're going to plant though. Wait, how have they won this?
You're getting away with this.
I'll forget that. And they push over towards... I mean, Crashies does a kill. Chill, stop walking.
Lord, how they meant to be this focused for so long.
Dude, you got the pause.
Still trying to find a player here. But you've still got Alpha's ult if needed. Yeah, they clear close, but that deeper line, that operator's still in play.
Yeah, Alpha might Killjoy this. Problem is that his pressure is over towards here, so he might not want to use his ult and give away the fact that he's actually over towards this area. Definitely too late now as well. They see the ops, they know he's here. Damn, bro. I'm impressed, man. Alpha hit a big kill, and Ron, I think, hit a big kill as well.
And Sentinels can't be everywhere at once.
I mean, that just looks so uncomfortable.
It's Crashies, sorry. Big kill from Crashies.
It certainly doesn't feel like Fnatic are teed up to convert.
Last one down.
But then 2 kills found, and things crumble for Sentinels.
I'm getting a bit nervous now.
I'm very nervous, yeah.
Oh, I'm super nervous.
Look at the purchases as well now.
It's pretty rough. Pretty rough for Sentinels at the moment.
Sentinels, they're mental over and over.
Like you said, it's almost like they're playing.
One away for a Killjoy, so they use early slow.
Desperate decisions late round. Because they're just left guessing.
And Fnatic will be reveling in this, won't they? Loving it. knowing that they've got that time always on their side, even though it felt so late. Now we look at what Sentinels can do to try and hold this back. Double stacked up towards that kind of top and lower side. Nice from Narray. Takes away Kayak. Here we go.
Res.
But again, that Res has been in the back pocket for some time. Second goes back in.
Damn, Second did really good to get the kill and get out of there. Maybe a little bit sloppy from Fnatic.
It's almost leaning into the game plan here, this comp. You can allow somebody to take a hyper-aggressive peak, but that Res has to be safe.
Stalling out.
He's jumped back out.
You should never be able to get away with it, and he does.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Seconds, but we've seen how late they run this.
Bro, he is taking over, by the way.
30 seconds left.
Lockdown now going to secure the cross for the plant, and Alpha
Jesus.
is feeling absolutely
He wanted to
out
go
of mind
further.
in this round. Still dug in deep here. Kron watching that top side, forced away. Angle better for Sen. Hard fought 4 steps here though, and Alpha getting left more and more on an island. He can't escape. Bang removes. A heartbeat found in the Sentinel side. But Crashies and Kron still standing.
Still a good
Smoke on
plant
the
for
spike
Crashies,
should draw
though.
the attention.
Just got his
They're
recon
playing
up.
calm. Now the second attempt at the defuse. Composure.
Recon.
Kron.
Oh, they didn't get
it's
half.
stunning.
And the recon hit
reveal is
both.
perfect. This
Did the
is
recon land on him?
outstanding from Fnatic. Zekken has to try and master it.
Oh my god, nicely done.
Stride
Oh,
from
for
Fnatic.
God's sake. I think the recon hit him.
Just the mental of Sentinels has to be broken in
How?
tatters. From how
This
these
was
rounds play out.
absolute
Look at Alpha
insanity.
doing things like that.
God, they played
Oh no,
this
what a
so
recon that is.
well. Good God.
Alpha up at 21 and 12,
Alpha's like, what the?
having a standout
Alpha
performance here.
realizes they get the light armors out as well, and he's got the
Bladestorm here,
outlaw.
Pit here, Hunter's Fury. The other side.
Jesus, that's fast.
Watching him is like poetry in motion today. Lethal about it though. Feels like he can't miss, and Sentinels silenced in this matter. They've got to dig deep here. They're gonna need someone to ignite a spark.
Utility littered ahead of Alpha there. Boasted are coming through and probably plant the seed of a B site hit. Fnatic now heading that direction.
Oh my
Alpha
God,
finds
look
another
at him go,
WT.
man.
Will fall. Just 3 left standing out for Sentinels.
Hey, he sees him top
I mean,
side
Alpha
as well.
feels like he can do no wrong,
Yeah, he's
right?
just
The
peeking
game
everything,
feels
man.
perfect to him. In his mind, it's playing out as he dreamed. Zelsis desperate to find impact, but
Yeah,
the
a
wall's
little bit
already
safer
there.
on the
So plant's
plant.
going to come down, and Alpha goes hunting.
Of course he does.
They've been conditioned over and over. Sentinels.
Alpha, you
Mental
have
must
double
be on
molly.
the
Come on, man.
ropes at this
Okay,
point.
thank you. Just play normal.
How do they fight back in to try and deny 12? I don't know if you can.
No, I mean, it looks like as if
Oh,
it might
God.
even consider the
Whoa,
pit certainly
okay.
going to force Sentinels
I mean, that really does
into a
it.
position where they have to hold on to these weapons. They forced up once more.
They're on the
Second,
ropes.
nothing in the bank. John QT, 100 credits. Ultimates to play with, but Alpha's on the hunt.
He's having a worldy game, is Alpha. Oh, God! No one can stop him right now.
Look at what's
that
going on
smile.
here.
Look at this man. He's still going.
Look at
Even
Bosa.
shakes up. Even Bosa's
Bosa's
behind him just
so-
watching this happen. Gets caught in the end, but that is
Bosa's
just
standing up watching his
madness we are
POV
seeing
mid-round.
here. Kron found narrate 2 at the very end, Mike. This might be a death rattle from Sentinels of a second half.
Thank God I put this guy in my
Fnatic
top
on the
10.
verge of sending them
I
home.
wasn't going to do it,
And a
but I
monstrous
decided to go for...
performance
I
from
decided to
Alpha.
believe.
But 24
I know he's not in Sideshow's top 15. I know he's not. He's playing too good to be in Sideshow's top
greatest
15.
moments.
That's all I'm saying.
Look at that timeline.
If you're not in
Good
Sideshow's
God,
top
just
15, you
one
are going to
bullet
have a blessed
along the
event.
way.
It's as
Still
simple as
on the
that.
outlaw.
Who knows as well, because the purchase is so uncomfortable for Sentinels.
And the deeper knife might be giving away that they tried to play up to this fantastic. Dark gonna come in, is Kayak ready though? Players nearby,
Oh.
they swing. Sentinels digging
Uh-oh,
deep
boys.
here. Desperate to hold on the spray, not gonna do enough. They get to live. First time they draw first blood without a quick trade.
Chronicle no res here either. So can't get Kayak
Raid
back on his
boss
feet.
though.
Alpha still on the hunt. Scope in hand.
Oh God. Oh god.
Terrified of him. So should Sen. For now, he carries on. The disrespect!
You're a
No
lunatic,
fear
mate.
shown
Chill.
from Alpha this
Whoa.
game. He's drawn 3 players just
God,
to
I'm so
Look at the
nervous for him.
respect he's commanding. In terms of
Jesus,
skill, in terms of pressure. To try and shut him down. Gets
Oh,
a
for
heal
God's
as well,
sake.
so
Of course he's going for more. He gets
Much
a
healthier
hill
position
though.
35 seconds though. And Sen have the man advantage. It
Ooh,
feels
that's
like
kind of nice though. They made no sound over towards A. They break the alarm bomb. Shock over towards default as well, unless he popped the molly. I'm not entirely sure. Dude, they are not moving though. They are not moving.
Placing swarm grenade.
Alpha, the one to be stepping in here. Paranoia perfect. Fantastic
What? He nearly
work
got that.
from Sentinels. Second and bang when they need them
10
most,
seconds
doing
left.
enough here.
Okay, 4 chances down to 3 chances, and
A lifeline given.
maybe they time out.
Second gets away as the clock ticks. Sentinels stay alive.
trying to just prevent potentially the upgrades here, but
Nice.
Zelsis will come through.
Big
2 with the
work.
stinger, up to 9 now. 3 left to find and walking the tightrope in terms of the economy here. Kayak removed early on from this proactivity. Sentinels just showing grit and resilience here.
And bravery, Mike, to go for that play.
Nice kills, boys. That's fine, that's fine. Nice kills, boys. Let's go.
To be able to kind of keep themselves feeling in this after what's
No
been a
op.
very hard half.
No
You can see the
Optus
score line
rifle.
yourselves.
Crashies
They
has.
go back
Oh,
through a 12 to
they
9.
don't want to get scanned by that
Sen.
recon. Dude,
It
Sentinels
always
have a
feels
lot of
like there's
ults.
something with this team that they can pull it back from the brink, but Fnatic right now are deadly. Alpha at a new high almost. And the weight of the world here, if it does go towards B, is on Zalsis' shoulders. The one man on this site. Yes,
And this time
he could catch a cross,
he has a duelist with him.
but this is a lot.
And the duelist does have double smoke.
The finest of margins are able to slip through.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Turret dealt with, but it's
They-
actually Boaster underneath
whoa,
the tube, so
oh, it's
a bit
sick.
of misdirection
Oh god,
here.
whoa,
Zelsis,
it's genius.
Hook line and sinker, Lauren.
Swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
That might be enough.
How did he manage to go all the way
They've got
through
the
here,
keys
break
to
it,
the
and get
castle
out of
now.
there?
They've got the
How
full
does he not
site.
get
They don't
punished
even
for
know the
that?
level of success they
Ah, it's
just
done.
found. This could be heartbreak for Sentinels, but they're going to give it everything they have. But the final boss of Alpha has just caught bang. Kayak, the Guardian on duty, takes away second. As John QT and Narrate
Fair play.
have to face the music.
Fair play, they're good at
and
this
it's
map.
playing to Alpha's song right now. Narrate digging deep.
Damn,
and it's
dude,
not
Alpha
gonna be
had
enough.
a crazy map.
Came,
A crazy,
saw,
crazy
and
map.
conquered. Sentinels left in ruins at 13 to 9.
Hey, banger. It's a banger.
Icebox once more, Lauren. There.